It's the most wonderful time of the year. Back to school. I'm loving all of the back to school pictures everyone's posting of their kids in their back to school outfits and all their happy faces, maybe some sad, but it's a wonderful time of year for many parents. But it's also a time of year that many parents need to be vigilant about head lice. I'm here to just share that I am a big proponent of bringing back the no-nit policies to school boards for two reasons. There is a big issue with super lice, mutating and becoming resistant to some of the OTC over-the-counter products that used to work, therefore causing a lot of frustration in parents who are trying desperately to get rid of lice and are not having a lot of success. And then the lice is then transferring to other family members, playmates, schoolmates. The no-nit policies that were taken away now allow children to come into the classroom with active bugs in their hair. You couple that with the resistant lice, the super lice, and the active bugs in the classroom, and you have a perfect storm for even more lice cases. Now listen, I run a lice company. This is good for my business, but I'm a mother of three, and it makes no common sense to me to have children with active lice coming to class. Now, the policies were banned originally because they were seen to be exclusionary, and not only that, they said that lice were not a health concern or a medical concern, more of a nuisance. Well, you don't know how big of a nuisance it is until you get lice. And honestly, it's not just a nuisance, it's a psychological stress, it's a financial stress. And these types of stressors are not healthy and are not necessary, because if we went back to some form of no-nit policy or bringing back the no-nit policy, we'd have less cases of lice going around to deal with and less of that stress and financial burden on parents. I've read so many posts, I've heard it from so many clients of the frustration they feel when they finally get rid of the lice, that they've done all this work and it's taken them so much time, or they paid so much money only to send their child back into the classroom where there's active lice and their child picks it back up again. There's nothing more frustrating, and as a parent, I can totally empathize. And again, like, I'm in the lice business. This is good for my business, but it doesn't make common sense. And so I'm wanting to advocate and be your advocate to bring back the no-nit policies to the school boards here in Ontario and hopefully beyond. I've started a petition. There's a link down below, and I would love as many parents as possible to sign that petition. I plan to bring that petition to policymakers. I plan to bring it to our new education minister, our MPP, and to Doug Ford's office. I would like to lobby that some form of no-nit policy be brought back, maybe not the one that they took away that might have been seen to be exclusionary, but the fact is, if your child has a flu or a cold or any other communicable affliction, you usually keep them home for the 1 to 2 days, or the school would really appreciate if you keep them home for the 1 to 2 days that they're communicable. Well, head lice is the second most communicable affliction next to the cold in children, and so it makes sense that you keep your child home for the 1 to 2 days to adequately remove the live bugs from the hair before sending them back to the classroom. And so this is my mission. This year, I would like to enact the change of bringing back the no-nit policies to schools to protect parents and children from being constantly exposed to having head lice, and the stress and the financial burden and the time burden that comes with constantly having to deal with removing lice from your child's hair, and in most cases not being successful the first or second time because of the resistance issue with the super lice. So again, a link is down below. Please sign it, share it, get as many people as you can to get on board with this effort for me to lobby to bring these no-nit policies back, or a newer version of a no-nit policy that will not allow children with active bugs crawling in their hair to attend the classroom. Thank you for watching, and have a lice-free school year.